Hello everyone, welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, obviously different setting. I'm just in front of my house. This is my definition of going out. So, this is my definition. Someone told me you need to go outside more and not stream all day. So, this is my definition of going outside. So, Jesus Christ, the financial impact of this virus is immense. So, there's talks of leagues losing up to 1 billion in just missing 3 or 4 match days, which is immense and insane. I've never heard of that. 1 billion each league. Think about that. The amount of money that leagues make just by playing games, which is why, they have so many congestion of fixtures sometimes. It's why it's so hard for, games to be postponed sometimes. But just this virus situation has lost clubs 1 billion. 1 billion. Like not clubs, leagues, right? Because of the TV deals, right? So the Bundesliga, the Bundesliga isn't like some association. It's not some government body. It's a business, right? It's a business. Football is a business. It's a business. It's in the business and entertainment industry, right? They're losing 1 billion from not playing for these 3 weeks that we haven't played games. 1 billion. So so Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen and Dortmund have apparently donated 20 million to help the clubs in the lower tiers, which is insane to me because I would think those clubs have money, but because of the 50+1 rule, which states that sponsors cannot have ownership of more than, I think it's like they can't just spend money without the voters, or the 50+1, which is that members of the club. I don't get it. It's a really weird rule, which makes it very hard for these sponsors. Like if a billionaire like Dieter Hope, not Dieter, is his name? I forgot his name. I'm thinking of Hansi Flick. Dieter, that's Hansi Flick's name. But the Hoffenheim owner, right? Someone like him, he wouldn't even be able to just pump his money into paying the wages of the club. He wouldn't be having the power to do that. So, clubs have been helping other clubs out, which you like to see. We like to see that in football. And so the story is that Bayern, Dortmund, and also RB Leipzig and Bayer Leverkusen have agreed to all just contribute to 20 million to send to lower tier clubs, and also some clubs in the Bundesliga as well, which is insane. That tells you just how much sponsorship money means to these clubs. To not just Bayern. Bayern, we're fine. We're fine. Bayern, Dortmund, the big clubs in Europe are fine. They're not even going to get hit by this as much as the little clubs. The little clubs that basically live paycheck to paycheck, which literally means match day to match day, they live and make their revenue and then pay off players and managers and staff and all these things and their grounds and their people that work at the ground, right? They can't just survive. They need match day revenue to keep going. Some clubs in the lower tiers don't have the benefit of having millions of fans around the world to buy shirts, and they don't make millions from sponsorship deals. They don't have millions saved up, right? Like Bayern and Dortmund and Leipzig do, right? They don't have that. So they're going to rely on the match day, the ticket sales at the door. We don't rely on ticket sales. I'd probably say that's 0.5% of the money we make. The money we make mostly comes from the sponsors, right? T-Mobile. Just by having their logo, they're paying us billions of dollars in a few years period. But that's a lot of money because we have hundreds of millions of fans all around the world. And I got to know T-Mobile because of a club like Bayern, because they wear, and I use T-Mobile. I'm going to upload this using T-Mobile's internet, which I bought because of Bayern. So we get money like that. But these clubs don't get money like that. They rely on their actual supporters, right? And is this going to be a realization for football? I think it's going to be a lot of things. I think the situation is going to force clubs to want to change. It's going to force a lot of changes. I think I read somewhere that leagues are thinking of having their own streaming platforms, not like TV, but viewers all over the world could pay a certain amount of money, and they get to just watch all the content. They will get different commentators, like Lothar Matthäus. Instead of going on BT Sport, he would be on the official Bundesliga Netflix type thing, and he would be on there. And this would make so much more money, right? And if a situation like this ever came, we wouldn't have to be relying on TV revenue, right? And I think this is something that as you know, footballers and or not footballers, football clubs and businesses in football need to start looking at. I think that's going to be the future, where each league has its own streaming platform with its own content, with its own, like, you know, subscription. You don't have to watch Sky Sports or Fox Sport for Bayern. You don't have to, because you'll have you know, like, you just go on the Bundesliga, like, streaming website, sign up $10 a month, and you get all this exclusive every single game. Or maybe you pay $5 and you only get games for one club, like Bayern, right? That would make sense for me, because I'm not planning on watching other Bundesliga games, only Bayern games, right? So I pay only $5, watch Bayern games, or pay $15 and I get all the games, but then something extra or something. Or, you know, there could be a huge thing to this. And I think it would remove the third man thing, where TV companies do this, and, you know, publishing or TV services like, you know, Fox and all these mega companies, they don't have to share. Like, look at Amazon. They basically made it so good or easy to watch football, and I think that's the future. So this situation with the coronavirus, and, you know, clubs are going to start realizing, hey, we rely too much on TV revenue and ticket sales. We need somehow, like, if this situation was happening now, people wouldn't be, you know, unsubscribing from their TV, because people are. They would just be like, oh, the clubs will come back, and they'll have different content on the live streaming service to keep people going, and they'll show maybe a classic match, you know, each day or something. And I think that would be fantastic. But, you know, if Bayern, Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Dortmund, I mean, fantastic to come together in a time like this and give 20 million to people. I'm doing this because I don't want to stream. It's too much work. I would have to create a thumbnail, but this gives me a great excuse to just make this. But yeah, I need to get this to 10 minutes. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia, and peace.